Hey everyone. So first of all, I apologise for the fact that I kind of forgot to record an introduction for this video when I did the others in this batch. So this is our introduction. You will not be seeing my face in this video. This, as you can tell, is the second installment in our QI travel game series. And we will stick with the same pack of cards as last time. So we will eventually get round to Stephen's specials. But for now, we're going to be doing the traditional ones. And I need to try and remember. Yes, we did these ones. And I put them on the back. So now, we are going to be doing these ones. Thank you to everybody who said they liked the last one of these that I did. It was a lot of fun to make, and I'm hoping that I do a little bit better with the questions this time, as last time I quite simply, well, I sucked. I wasn't very good at all. So, is baldness officially recognised in Britain as a disability? No. Which classic film ends with a scene on an airfield populated by dwarfs? Oh gosh, it's not North by Northwest. I've never seen Casablanca. And I kind of feel like the dwarfs there's throwing me off with the whole Munchkins thing in Wizard of Oz. And also, I've just painted my nails, so please ignore the fact that I've not tidied them up yet. So I'm going to say Casablanca. No, and Casablanca. Well, I am off to a very good start. What advice did Hitler's spin doctor give him in the early 1920s that wasn't taking? Wear more blue, get married, shave the moustache. I'm gonna have to say C, shave the moustache. What was Florence Nightingale's job in the Crimean War? She was a nurse. And that's administrator, cook, or nurse. So that's C for both of those for me. Okay, so I suck. But it was shaving off the moustache. But apparently Florence Nightingale was an administrator. She was the superintendent of a care home in London and went to the Crimea as the administrator of the head of team of nurses. Well, that's really the same thing. I mean, I know it's not, but never mind. True or false? Having a shower uses less water than having a bath. I remember my RE teacher was convincing our class of that one. And I guess it depends on how long your hair is and how long you stay in the shower for, but I think generally speaking, true. It uses less water. Lucrezia Borgia, who died in 1519, was reputed to wear a hollow ring in which she kept poison for when it was needed. For when it was needed? Somebody needs to proofread these. For when it was needed to spike someone's drink. What was the poison? Eel blood? Frog eyes? Rhinoceros horn? I'll go with eel blood. So true and eel blood. Oh, I am on a roll today. It is true and it is eel blood. This is definitely going better than the first one of these that I did. I hope you're getting all the right answers too. The name of the group the Bee Gees is derived from, whose initials? Barry Gibb, the Brothers Gibb, Bill Gates. Pretty confident, not Bill Gates. I will go with the Brothers Gibb, but I really don't know. What was blamed for the poor state of educational standards among British children in 1912? Lack of discipline, immigration, new technology. Oh, well, 1912 we're kind of going through a bit of industrialisation still. But it seems too obvious. Immigration doesn't seem right, and lack of discipline in 1912. If that's a lack of discipline, then today kids rule the world. Okay, the Brothers Gibb and new technology purely because of the industrialisation. Bill Gates. I could not have been more incorrect. He was the Australian DJ who discovered the group and gave them a name based on his own initials. Narcissist. And it was new technology. Now, what is the official language of space travel? English? Russian? Well, there isn't one. Well, how can travel have an official language? It doesn't make any sense. I'm going to say there isn't one, but I kind of feel like it could be Russian. I don't know why, but I'll say there isn't one. One of the best known works of Russian literature is Ivan Turgenev's, I'm sure that's not how it's pronounced, novel Fathers and Sons, published in 1862. Where is it mostly written? Coney Island, Isle of Capri, Isle of Wight. I will go with Isle of Capri, because I haven't got a clue. I was certain it wasn't English, and I was certain it wasn't the Isle of Wight. Okay. What was the best known symbol of the Sky Kingdom cult that flourished briefly in Malaysia in the late 20th century? A gold sculpture of David Beckham, a shaved poodle, or a giant teapot? I wonder what a shaved poodle looks like. I don't even know what the Sky Kingdom cult is. Oh goodness, I'm going to go with a giant teapot. The British comedian George Formby was awarded the Order of Lenin by the Soviet Union. True or false? True. Let's go with true. Okay, so the giant teapot was correct, but it was false. In 2003, it was reported that the British government had spent £100,000 on a study investigating what? How to open a plastic bag, how to close a window, how to tie a bow tie. Look at the state of my nail varnish. It's awful. I'd say how to tie a bow tie. There's probably surveys conducted and twin studies to see if they do it the same, weird things like that. Can plants get jet lag? You know what? I'm going to say yes. Because they adapt to sunlight and different things like that, and they depend on daylight and night time. Yeah, other sciencey, wibbly wobbly things. Oh, well, yes, okay, they do depend on sunlight. I did okay there. But apparently they spent £100,000 on how to open a plastic bag. Well, eventually, once they charge all the 5 pences for them, they may get their money back. Which ruler is credited with introducing an extra day to the calendar every 4 years to make a leap year? Julius Caesar, Charles II, Louis XIV. I haven't got the slightest idea, so I'm gonna say Julius Caesar. Anna Russell, the Duchess of Bedford, is credited with popularising what in the 1840s? Afternoon tea, croquet, or double glazing? I kind of feel like afternoon tea came slightly later. And I can't think of croquet without thinking of the Red Queen. And I'm pretty confident it's not double glazing. Okay, I'm going with Julius Caesar and afternoon tea, just because I really like afternoon tea. Oh, well done, McLean. My nails annoying anybody else. Look at the state of them. Yeah. You see what I did was I've got to take an important phone call in about 40 minutes. Well, about half an hour now. And I thought I want to get this video done first so I have time to upload it. Or to render it. And I thought I'll just shove the nail varnish on my nails because I can't have bare nails because they just snap and break. And of course I never got around to tidying them up. So I apologise if you are a perfectionist and are being annoyed by my grill snails. It's even worse because it's black. But I have pretty rings, so it makes it good. Anyway, Anton Augustin Parmentier is best remembered for popularising what in France in late 18th century? Champagne, the guillotine, the potato. Champagne? None of those. Is there a Parmentier champagne or anything by any chance? I don't know. Let's just go with champagne. What animals were said in 2001 to be the biggest threat to the workings of the post office? Dogs, snails, or spiders? It's absolutely dogs. Snails! Potatoes! What? Potatoes were illegal in France in the 18th century because they were believed to spread disease. Oh, fair enough. Snails, it appeared, had acquired a taste for the animal products used in the glue on envelopes. I had no idea there were animal products used in the glue on envelopes. From now on, I'm buying the ones that have the little peel back adhesive. Ew. Talk about licking the dog's bollocks. Which country has the largest number of scouts and guides in the world? India, Indonesia, or the USA? Well, I'd be inclined to say the USA, but I feel like it's kind of too obvious. But I'll go with my gut instinct and say the USA. What was unusual about the Skoptsi religion, cult that flourished for over 150 years in Russia? They practiced castration, they didn't eat solid food, they believed that Jesus was a woman. I think if they'd believed Jesus was a woman, I would have heard of it. I don't think castration is that weird of a thing to practice to make it into this kind of pack of unusual facts. So I'll go with they didn't eat solid food. Okay, I failed. It's Indonesia, and it's they practiced castration. Okay, we'll do 3 more cards. So, third last. What happened in Samoa on 30th of December 2011? Every existing law was repealed. The Second World War formally came to an end. Nothing. Oh gosh, wow, what? Well, it can't be nothing because something would have happened in Samoa, even if somebody got married or somebody would have been born. So that's a bit of a vague one. The Second World War did not formally come to an end in 2011, but there's every chance that it was some kind of document that hadn't been signed and was misplaced or something stupid like that. But I think the most likely is that every existing law was repealed. Did they have a government overturn or something? I'm not sure. I don't even know where Samoa is. The monarchy of which country celebrated its 2500th year anniversary in 1971? I don't think it was England. I mean, I wasn't born in 1971. My mother wasn't even born in 1971. So, I honestly don't know, but I've definitely not heard of that. It could be Iran, it could be Japan. I'm just going to go, let's hazard a guess and say Japan. Nothing and Iran. Well, Samoa had decided to move the international date line so that the country would be the west of the line, making trade easier with Australia and New Zealand. In the process, it lost a day. I don't understand any of that. I'll pretend that I do. And then the second answer was Iran. The penultimate card. Which of the following is believed to increase someone's chance of becoming a university professor? Having a beard, speaking with a lisp, wearing a monocle. I hope it's having a beard, but not like a big, thick Dumbledore beard, but kind of just a little bit of stubble. I only had one male university lecturer with a bit of stubble. Worked very well. Yeah, very appealing. What is the minimum number of squares that need to be filled in for a Sudoku puzzle to only have one solution? 7, 17. There is no minimum. Oh, I don't know. I kind of just cross my fingers and hope for the best when I play Sudoku. go for 17. Having appeared in 17. That was wishful thinking and that was a pure guess. But yes, do grow a beard if you want to be a professor. Please. According to the National Ocean Service, an American government department, which of the following does not exist? The Loch Ness Monster, mermaids, or fish? I think it's fish. There was a question on QI, and I'm going to be very vague because I can't remember it exactly. But they were saying that this guy who'd spent his life studying fish had determined that there was no such thing as fish because they were all so different from one another. Like, I don't know, a herring is so different from a cod. It's like saying they're dogs and cats. They're completely different. They're not the same animal and therefore not really even part of the same family. So in essence, a fish is not a fish because they're all so different. It's like saying a giraffe and an elephant are the same thing. I think they explained it better on the show than I did just now, but I'm going to say fish because I do remember that. Earl Grey is radioactive. Sure, let's say it is. Oh, mermaids? What? No evidence of aquatic humanoids has ever been found. Well, that's very clever. Well done. So we'll end it there. But yes, with that one, do see if you can find that episode, or I'll see if I can find it for you, where they talk about this guy who dedicated his life to studying fish, and he determined in the end that fish are just so different from one another that you cannot have a single animal called a fish. It's, it's like saying I guess it's kind of like there's a whole lot of mammals, but they're all very different. There are a whole lot of fish, but there's no such thing as a fish. Saying your favourite animal is a fish would be like saying your favourite animal is the mammal. Does that make sense? Probably not. But it's very interesting. So, I don't know how many we have left. Yeah, so we're about halfway through. These are the ones we've got left to do from this pack, because the answers are on that side. Once we've done, the answers are on that side. So, as always, if you like this video, please let me know, and I will prioritise doing another one sooner rather than later, or never if I can't get them back into the packet. There we go. Of course, there's maybe 2 more videos worth. Then we have these ones, which talks about Irish nationalists and suffragettes and all the things that I love, apparently. Ooh, can you hear that? That's my stomach rumbling. But yes, so we'll pop these back. Oh, shut up, stomach. The cat's thinking, what on earth is that noise? Can you see the cat? Medora. Yes. Say goodbye. I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.